there, welcome back to another video. As you can see, my sidekick is not here today, but today we are talking about a specific study method. So in chapter 6 this week, we are talking about the look study method. So I use the look study method because one of our kind of goals around here is to keep our eyes focused on Jesus. And so the acronym LOOK helps us to remember that. So L stands for listen. We're going to listen to God's word and see what it says. This might just be writing down a verse. It might be looking at a verse or verses in several versions, or it might be listening to the Bible as you go down the road, or work or do chores or something like that. The second O is observe. So this is where we observe the text. Oftentimes I will tell you to look and see who God is in this passage. What do you learn about his character? Because the Bible is primarily about God first. It is not about us. It's all about him. And so we want to learn his character. After that, we might observe things like who, what, where, when, why, wherever God leads you as you're going. Sometimes for me, it's a word search, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. Open means we want to open our heart to God. We might pray about something we learned in those verses or ask God to help us understand him better, to keep his word, something like that. And the K is to keep God's word. We want to live it out in our daily lives and keep it in our heart as we go. So let me give you a quick example from a study I've been doing this week. This usually takes me honestly several days because I am a busy mom and don't have time to sit down and do this all at once. And I'll post pictures on my Instagram of what this looks like as well from my journal. This is just a cheap journal from Staples. But on this particular day last week, I was looking at Mark 12:30a. And so love the Lord your God is the phrase I was looking at there. And so that's what I have written down for L. Then for open, I started doing a search about what this word love was, because if you've been in churches for long, you've heard that there's 4 different words used for love in the Greek. So I wanted to know which one this was. And so I used the Blue Letter Bible app to look up the verb, and it's agapeo, agape love. You've probably heard about that before. It's loving a person, to welcome or entertain, to be fond of, to love dearly. And then that Blue Letter Bible app led me to some other verses that I kind of jotted down notes from about that. On the second O, I just wrote a prayer to God asking him to help me learn to love him this way more. And then keeping it, for me this time, meant keeping God first. So keep focusing my eyes on him and loving him more each day. If you'd like to learn more, then just drop your information below and I'll get more information to you. Otherwise, I'll see you next video.